Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. Before we get any further, I do want to give a big thank you to Modelones for sponsoring today's video, along with sending over this polygel kit for me to try. So in today's video, I am going to be trying a Modelones polygel kit. I am super excited. I know you guys love when I try out different polygel kits, especially types of kits that include the polygel, the brush, the nail lamp, the file, and all of that, and this is that type of kit. So just quickly taking a look at the box, it is a very basic box. That is the box that everything comes in. I went ahead and removed everything. This polygel kit is a 6-color polygel kit. So let's go ahead and just quickly take a look at everything that is included. The first thing I'm showing here is the user manual. This just goes over the basics step by step with added pictures on how to use the polygel kit. Of course, I will be showing a tutorial or like a process video of me actually trying this polygel once I unbox everything here, so stay tuned for that. The next two items here are the top and base coat. I actually really like the Modelones top coat. I think it has a great consistency. It is a very glossy and just leaves an overall glossy finish, and you will see me use that in today's nail set. As for the base coat, I feel like this is a very standard base coat, but it is something very crucial if you do want your polygel nails to last. The next item is a 100/180 grit hand file. This is also something very important when doing polygel nails because it will involve filing, and you will need to use a hand file to do that. So it is great that they include a 100/180 grit. The next item here is the polygel brush. This is a dual-ended brush, so we have the spatula on one end and the polygel brush on the other. Again, a very basic and standard item. Most of these polygel kits do include this type of dual-ended polygel brush, and honestly, this is a great brush to mold your polygel, scrape off any remaining excess, and so on and so forth. The next item is the slip solution. I personally prefer using 91% rubbing alcohol when doing polygel nails, but this slip solution is provided for you in case you don't have any rubbing alcohol. I just personally prefer using that because that's what I started using when using polygel, but these types of slip solutions do work well. The next item is this mini UV LED nail lamp, and like I have talked about with future poly or past polygel kits I have tried, these mini lamps, I feel like it's kind of a personal preference, but in my mind, I personally do only like doing flash cures or quick cures in these mini lamps. When I'm doing an actual full cure, I do like to go in to my larger nail lamp and do a full cure in there just because it is a little bit more powerful, and I just feel like it is a little bit of a safer route to do a full cure in a larger nail lamp. Of course, we all have personal preferences and things that work for us, so if these mini lamps are curing your polygel fully, then you can continue to use them. But for me personally, I just feel like these are best for more of a flash cure. Either way, this is a great mini lamp. We have the button on the back. It included the cord. You plug that up into the nail lamp and then plug it into a block or a USB outlet, and then you just press the button on the nail lamp. The next item here are some dual forms, and in today's video I actually tried using these dual forms. I don't think I have ever done a dual form video on my channel. When I first started doing nails on myself, I did use dual forms and I really did not like them because I couldn't stand the shape of the dual forms. I just thought it was very messy, it was really hard, and then the nail shape just didn't turn out how I wanted or how I wanted it, like the look of it. But in my last polygel video, you guys did request that you wanted to see me try using dual forms. So for this kit, since they included dual forms, I did decide to use those. And of course, you will see that once we get into the actual polygel application. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at these polygels. So like I mentioned, we get 6 colors. They are 15 ml tubes, and also the color swatch is kind of on the tube along with a number to correspond with the color. All of the polygels did come sealed with the normal little seal on them. I went ahead and just opened up all of the polygels and removed the seal. That way we can quickly swatch these colors so you guys can get an idea for this polygel kit. This is kind of like a rainbow colorful pastel polygel kit. I really loved it. It was definitely giving a little bit of spring, but I also got candy vibes from these colors. This color here was my absolute favorite. It's kind of like a seafoam green color. The first color was a very true blue. We had a peachy orange, that seafoam, this beautiful purple. All of these colors, though, are kind of falling on like the pastel color wheel or pastel. I know that's not really a thing, but you guys know what I'm talking about. More of a pastel color instead of a neon. We also had a soft bubblegum pink, and the last color here is a banana yellow. Here are all 6 of the colors, and then here is everything that is included in this Modelones polygel kit. I am pretty sure that this polygel kit can be purchased on the Modelones website or on Amazon. For the Modelones website, I do have a discount code. That code is Brandy15, and it will save you a little bit of money off your purchase. I will be leaving the link to everything down below in the description box, along with my discount code and affiliate link in case you guys do end up wanting to purchase. They also did send over these UV gloves for me to try out, and I was wearing UV gloves a lot, and then I kind of stopped wearing them, and I was just seeing a lot of things of like how the UV gloves, you don't necessarily need to wear them and all of that. Again, it's kind of a personal preference type thing. If you want to wear the gloves, if the gloves work for you, then totally by all means wear the gloves. But these ones here, I actually really liked them. I felt like they were super comfortable to wear, and in future videos, I may end up pulling out these gloves and wearing them because I do know that the UV light can be harmful, especially because I'm doing my nails so often and putting my nails into that nail lamp. I do really want to protect my skin. If you are only doing your nails like every 3 weeks, it isn't really necessary to wear something like this. But again, if you do choose to wear something like a UV glove, that is totally okay. Nobody is stopping you, and nobody is stopping you from not wearing it either. But these ones were really nice. I really loved the feel of them. They felt very comfortable on, and overall, I don't know, it just felt so comfy wearing it. But off camera, I did go in with my peel off base coat because of course I will be popping this nail set off. If you do want your nails to last, you will want to go in with a good prep routine and topping it off with the base coat, which was included in the kit, and curing for 30 seconds. Now I'm going in here and sizing out my dual forms. I cannot tell you the last time that I have used dual forms. It has been so long. So this was kind of like a refresh, and honestly, I felt like I hadn't even ever used them before, so I did try it on my thumb just to make sure that I was going to like or kind of like the nail shape of these dual forms. I didn't want to get super curved nails, and when I tried it on my thumb, I honestly thought it looked really nice and overall looked like I just built the nail, but instead I just simply used dual forms. So because this was my first time using dual forms in like forever, like I said, I really cannot think of the last time that I used dual forms. It was definitely a challenge for me. It was a process, and as I went nail by nail, it was getting better and better. But this really isn't a tutorial type of video. Of course, I'm not speeding up the clips and you can act as if it is a tutorial, but because I haven't done this in so long, using the dual forms was a little bit challenging for me, and I don't have too many tips for you guys just because it felt like I was a beginner jumping in and trying dual forms for the first time. But something I can say is when you are sizing out your dual forms, definitely make sure the dual form fits and isn't too small. You don't want to make the dual form fit just perfectly. Honestly, the best advice that I would give is size up from the size that is fitting you, just to make sure that there is going to be enough room for product to fit inside the dual form. You'd never want to size down when sizing out dual forms like this, because you are going to be applying product inside the dual form, and that is actually going to be taking up space. So I feel like sizing them out is definitely one of the hardest things, but also when it came to putting the amount of polygel, that was also another tricky thing for me. I kind of just imagined that I was doing the Femi Beauty / Lazy Girl method, which is basically the same thing, and I feel like I'm pretty good with doing that method, but instead of keeping the nails on, because these are dual forms, you will pop them off. So coming back to the amount of polygel that I was adding inside the dual form, I felt like that was a little bit tricky just because I felt like I needed to add a lot of polygel, but in reality, I didn't really need to add much polygel, or I was going to have a lot of underflow under the nail, around the cuticle and all of that. So just keeping in mind that you really don't need much polygel will definitely help you a lot with the mess and the overflow and spillage and all of that. I definitely struggled with that on the first nail, but I was able to keep in mind that a little bit of polygel goes the long way. And really, I think that has to do with any time you're working with polygel. I always feel like you need to use so much polygel, but really you don't need to use much at all. So for the nails, I didn't speed any of this up. It is all in real time, and I just decided to use 5 of the 6 colors just to kind of show you guys what the colors look like on my hands and to create a very pretty pastel nail set. I'm just going to go ahead and let the rest of this play out because I am just doing the same exact thing, sizing out the dual form, squeezing in the polygel, and then just molding the polygel into the dual form, placing it on my natural nail, trying my best to clean up any spillage, and then going in the nail lamp to cure for 30 seconds. Once it is cured, I will go ahead and pop off the dual form, and let me just tell you guys, popping off the dual form was very, very satisfying. After I was finished with all of the polygel, here are how the nails are looking, and yes, I know they are very, very messy. Like I said, I felt like a beginner using these dual forms because I haven't used them in so long, and I feel like honestly, dual forms are really not as beginner friendly in my opinion. I feel like when I first used dual forms, I struggled with the mess that it created, and I wasn't really great with filing or shaping up the nail. So I felt like that's really the reasoning to why I didn't like them. Now where I am with doing a lot more nails, using different products, getting better at filing, I can just feel that when I first used these, however long it was, like the last time I had used them, I probably got a lot of spillage. I felt like it was very messy. Polygel is already sticky to begin with, so working with a mess with polygel can be super challenging for a beginner. So honestly, to me, dual forms are still not my favorite. I feel like they aren't something super beginner friendly. If you are wanting to use polygel but not actually build the nail yourself, I would recommend trying the Femi Beauty / Lazy Girl method. I will leave a video linked up in the cards. I know I haven't done one in a while, but if you guys do want to see a video of me trying the Femi Beauty Lazy Girl method again, or just doing another tutorial, let me know down below in the comment section. But to me personally, that is what I would recommend to a beginner who is just starting out with Polygel, just because I feel like these dual forms can be super messy, and honestly, it can just make you want to stop doing your nails because of how messy it gets. With a little bit of filing though, you are able to clean it up. But if you are a beginner, you don't really know how to file, if you're not good at shaping, I know how frustrating that can be, and it can be and can get super difficult to do. I did just use the hand file. I also used my small mandrel to help seal around the cuticle, and then I also just went in with a buffer just to buff the surface of the nails to make sure everything was smooth. I brushed away all of the nail dust, and now I'm just going to do a quick, simple, sugared nail design. These colors were giving candy vibes to me, so I had to do something candy related, and I automatically thought, let me just sprinkle some white glitter on these nails, make them look like candy nails, and then I'll just add a small little pastel gummy bear. Very quick and easy, simple design. And honestly, I really love the look. So after I was finished filing, removed all of the dust, I'm taking the top coat and a white iridescent glitter that I have. I'm applying the top coat to the nail, sprinkling over the glitter, and then I'll do a 30-second cure and move on to the next nail. I'm just going to go ahead and let the rest of this play out, and I will come back once I apply those pastel gummy bears. But I really hope you guys are enjoying the video. If you are enjoying and haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give the video a like, it really helps me out a lot. And if you're feeling generous, leave a comment below. After I had the glitter on the nails, I'm just using that dust brush to remove any of the uncured glitter in the gel, anything that didn't stick to the nail. And then I pulled out these very cute little miniature pastel gummy bear charms. I love them so much, and I was so happy that I had all of the colors to match the colors of the nails. So I'm just applying a small little dot of rhinestone glue, placing the gummy bear where I want it, and then I will do a 30-second cure. Here are the nails after all of the gummy bears have been applied, and I just thought they turned out so cute. Even though the shaping and the overall nail doesn't look the best, I felt like I was able to pull it together, sprinkle over that glitter to cover any imperfections, and then apply the gummy bear charms just to make a sweet set. And I really love these. I went ahead, I applied my cuticle oil to nourish my cuticles, and of course, like I always say, top off the nail set. And here is the finished look of these nails. And disclaimer, for the entire video, I actually did not have on my main filming light. I was so mad at myself, but honestly, looking back at the footage, it really isn't that bad. I'm so glad that I was filming in the daylight when the sun was out instead of like more towards the evening, or I would have been so sad once I realized that all of the footage would have had to been thrown away. But I hope that you guys didn't really notice. I hope it wasn't a big issue with seeing anything. And honestly, I wanted to mention that at the beginning of the video, but I did kind of forget about it. But either way, the video still turned out pretty good in my opinion. Let me know down below if you guys enjoyed this video. Drop some colorful hearts in the comments section if you are still here watching. That way I know you have made it until the end. All of the products that I used and or mentioned will be linked down below in the description box, along with my discount code to Modleones and my affiliate link. I really hope that you guys did enjoy today's video, but as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.